artifacts confer special effects simply by having them. Is the music too loud? Music might be too loud. Looking back at Apex. Oh, I did change things when I was after I went and downloaded the items and put on some stuff. So they both look different now. Neos, if he comes back tonight, he'll really like this one. There we go.
Nick.
You're the one making it.
They can change who it is. Look how cute the animations were. Alright. Wanting the camera to be
Be careful. If you get close to a Zoogle, they'll attack.
Kind of forgot what I was doing last week.
Don't go charging off like that!
Storm!
Slice! Slice!
Ice tornado!
Mirage! They're targeting Shionne!
Here I come! One more!
It's over!
Well, we're on the home stretch now.
Don't take your eyes off the prize.
I'm quite aware
It's
without
over.
you reminding me.
Here I come!
Magna Ray!
I'll run you through! Had it coming! No escape!
Magna Ray!
I'll run you through! Had it coming!
Cyan Instant!
I'm on it! Take this!
Neos, yes, yes, yes.
Let me know if you're struggling.
I thought you might like this. I don't remember if this was out. We played this last, a couple years ago. I really don't remember. It looks new to me.
Don't fight any enemies you can otherwise avoid, alright?
Makes sense. If we try to take them all on, there'll be no end in sight.
You sure won't hear me complaining.
What a weird stone.
I sense a strange power from it. We should gather as many as we can find.
This is...
Seems you found something good. Supplies like that are valuable. Never overlook them.
Got it. I'll remember that.
Fire.
Let's stop a moment to catch our breath.
But I've barely worked up a sweat.
Speak for yourself. What do you want, a medal? Doesn't look like we're being followed. Fail to grab these rare moments of quiet when you can, you'll end up regretting it later.
You're the boss.
There will be some scenes where the default clothing takes priority. Tails outfit. Tails of Brazaria.
Normally, we should take turns standing guard. But this first time, I'll watch over things so you two can rest easy.
I've never just sat and watched a fire like this before. It's surprisingly soothing.
Well, aren't you getting comfortable? You realize there are still Zoogles prowling around out here, right?
Ah, don't be a spoil sport. It's important to let your mind and spirit relax. Does you a lot more good than you might think.
So I remember there being an achievement tied to these right bumper things. Oh, I don't think that's a Tails outfit.
Zephyr, why aren't you concerned about who I am?
You feeling left out, son?
No, it's not that. But
You said you wanted to fight so that you can live a free man. At this point, that's all that matters. Even if it somehow turned out you were a Renin, it wouldn't be such a big deal.
a Renin?
Until we know who you are, we can't rule anything out. Besides, we've already got Shionne with us. At this point, what's one more Renin as long as they're on our side?
So you don't see every Renin as an enemy?
Our goal isn't to hunt down and kill all Renins. We only arm ourselves as much as we need to set ourselves free. If you can believe it, not every Danon agrees with what we're doing either.
Are you saying we have enemies among the Danons?
Not quite. They're just not up for rebelling, per se. The thing you have to remember is that everyone has their own path to walk.
I'm not sure I understand.
That's okay. Just focus on what we have to do right now. However, the time will come when you'll need to decide what to do for yourself.
How come you don't have a scar on your hand?
A scar? What do you mean?
The Crimson Crows all tore off their own spirit cores, right? But your hand doesn't show any signs of ever having a core like theirs. Why not?
I don't know. I don't remember anything about myself from before Doc found me.
Seriously? You have that mask, you don't feel any pain, and you just happen to know how to fight with a sword? No way. You must remember something.
I'm not lying if that's what you think. Believe me, I wish I knew who the hell I am. But I don't. It's funny how I didn't have any time for soul searching while digging up rocks in a mine.
Still,
Are you saying you've told us everything about yourself?
Zephyr,
It's bad manners to pry when you've got plenty to hide yourself.
you're not gonna ask me about my past too?
Only when I think it's necessary. You're a real man of mystery, I'll admit. That said, I'm not one to dig around in someone's business just out of curiosity. If you remember something and feel like sharing, you're free to do so. For now, I think that's good enough.
Right. Thank you.
So many of them, but I want to watch them all.
so this whole you not feeling pain thing, is that for real?
Why would I lie about it? And why would you care anyway?
No, it's just... You know, I can't imagine what it's like, that's all.
As a slave, I'd say it has its advantages and disadvantages.
Oh?
On the upside, when Renan soldiers push me around, I hardly flinch. The downside's that I get injured without even noticing. Which means I could be knocking on death's door and not even realize it.
Really?
Sure. I may be numb to pain, but it doesn't make me immortal or anything. Still, I wouldn't have noticed any of this if someone hadn't pointed it out to me. If not for my fellow slaves, I'd be long dead, lying in a ditch somewhere.
So, not good for trying to complete this in as few streams as possible. Good for, I've been streaming all day, or a lot of the day, and I can sit back and just watch and rest the back. And Neos, the gym I was in today, because I'm not going to share that stuff on Instagram. I don't want people to think I'm trying to do anything else. No. But, gym I was in today is the second one that I've been on in 2 weeks, where the AC was so annoying. I need to put a gym thing. Maybe I'll put a gym thing just in the Discord. And that way, like, we could all share stuff. Show me. I want those fucking boots that you have now. Those inverted boots. Game's too loud? I thought it might be. Alright, we might have to tune this a little bit over time. But we'll see how that works. $100. I mean, I found 2 good ab exercises. One for the lower abs, one for the upper abs. And I'm loving them. I'm doing them. But man, I know that those... Like, I can do the same thing with a pull-up bar over here where I hang and just put my foot... Or put my legs through them. But using those things, you could just do so much more.
A Master Core, huh? Now I see. So that's why Balsef's cronies were so desperate to catch her.
Is that what it's called? The jewel in her chest?
Oh, right. You don't remember a damn thing, do you? Fair enough. Guess it's time to fill you back in. Tell me, you ever wonder why we Dahnans are made to work ourselves to the bone, day in, day out?
Well, when you put it like that, I always just assumed we were mining resources for them.
And don't you think it'd be quicker if they used all that high-powered tech they have? Why go to all the trouble of relying on weak human labor? Listen, what the Renans are really after isn't resources or minerals. It's astral energy. They're harvesting the astral energy that sleeps inside all matter in life forms. And they're doing it the same way they have for the past 300 years, using us Dahnans as mere siphons.
Right. They have machines for minerals, but extracting from Dahnans requires spirit cores. Any astral energy collected passes through a spirit vessel on its way to being stored in a master core.
But why go to the trouble of collecting all this energy in the first place? Do they really need all that juice just to use astral arts?
It determines the Sovereign.
Sovereign? Is that the Renan ruler?
Exactly. 5 lords, each doing whatever it takes to gather as much astral energy as they can and store it in their master cores. Whichever of them manages to accumulate the most power at the end of their contest is crowned the ruler of the Renan motherland. A new crown contest, as they call it, is held every decade or so.
So you see, the Master Cores are the receptacles in which the Lords store their power. And we Dahnans are sacrificed, so the Renans can choose their new ruler.
That's insane! You're telling me that's what our people have been dying for this whole time?
Relax, hero. You're not the only one who's bent out of shape about the whole thing. There are 2 things that I haven't been able to get my head around yet. What business would a Renan have stealing a Master Core? And what's the deal with that blazing sword?
I think the sword is a physical manifestation of the Master Core's astral energy. As for why it took the shape of a sword, well, I don't know any more than you do. Honest.
And that stuff about needing your permission to use it? What was that about?
I'm the only one of us who can control the Master Core to some extent. Without me to adjust the flow of astral energy, the sword can't take a physical form.
What do you want out of this? You may be one of them, but you don't strike me as the ruthless oppressor type.
I'm going to take down all of the lords.
Never thought I'd say this, but I like the cut of your jib, Renan. Very well. As far as we're concerned, the struggle continues either way. And with that sword on our side, our chances of victory just increased. That is, of course, assuming we can count the two of you in.
Fine by me. After all, it sounds like we're after the same thing anyway.
Honestly, I'm still a little confused by all this. But if it's a choice between this or going back to being a slave, then I choose to fight.
Then it's settled. Together, we'll overthrow the Renan Lords. And first up on that chopping block is Balsef, the wild beast. Sound good?
I've gotta hurry.
We have another secret hideout in Ulzebek, not far from here. We should be able to meet up with our comrades there.
Cut it out. Didn't anyone ever tell you it's rude to stare?
I know I already asked you this, but are you sure we haven't met somewhere before?
What's so hard to understand? I'm Renan, you're Danon. There's no way. Besides, I'm from Lenegis. Trust me, wherever you were before you lost your memory, we've never crossed paths.
Lenegis? You mean the same Lenegis that's up in the sky? I've heard it called the Renan's Castle, but I never imagined people actually lived up there.
Well then, where did you think we all lived? Didn't you see the Renan Lords descend for the crown contest?
And how long ago was that?
Well, the current contest started 7 years ago, so...
Then I wouldn't remember.
Just how far back do you remember?
About a year, give or take. That's how long ago Doc found me.
1 year. Then no. I'm sorry, but there really is no way we could have met.
Guess not.
So, Neos. Not only has it been a couple years since we have went through this adventure, but we both beat the game. All of this is in a different light, and so it's so fun. I'm actually glad. I'm glad that I'm starting over. I'm glad that we're gonna be able to share this whole thing, but also that this stuff that I really would not have remembered, and who knows how long it would have taken before.
We should be able
I
to
would
eat
have
this.
chosen to engage
Whenever you
with this
find
again.
some, make sure to grab it.
It's edible, huh? Good to know.
Definitely.
I'm glad I'm doing it all together. I really am. This is an amazing, amazing game. And we'll also get to see how your taste in exploration and RPGs and tackling might differ from mine. Or be similar. That'll be interesting too.
What could this be?
Oh, I did so much. I even did the stupid little fishing game. This game actually found a way to make fishing a little bit more interesting. And... oh, there's a speed climb. Look at her go. All those little mini games of the different ponds with the different rods and all that sort of... I was doing those things. It was so much fun. And unlike Ghost, I'm not gonna platinum Ghost. At least not initially. I need to finish for a you know, like a personal sentimental reason. I need to finish jump. I need to platinum Deathloop.
That is one enormous stray.
I don't think we can take it right now.
I won't be doing that game on stream. I just have a few more things to clean up anyway, little combat achievements and stuff.
We've almost made it to Ulzebek.
Then I will be okay with doing a platinum on Ghost. I might
I'll take you
start working on that right now.
I'll run you through. See ya.
Here I come!
Talent
I'm not done!
Guess we gotta roll with it.
Rising Wyvern!
I'm only
One
getting
final
started.
push.
Right!
Give them all we got.
Slack!
Talent
Swallow
sword.
blade!
Freezing storm!
How's that?
Rising Wyvern!
I...
Pathetic.
And I don't know, so that second group that runs on Fridays, that 16-person group, I do not know how much longer that's going to be. So
Normally I
when
don't
that
pick on
ends,
the
Take it! It's over!
I'll be starting this sooner.
I'm not done!
Talent
And
sword.
again.
Touch cannon. Don't go charging off right there.
I know that there's supposed to be an L3, but right trigger on its own does this.
Take this!
Seems like it's just, you know, this is one of those games where if you are mid-combo, you will keep going. Tales of Zestria.
Let me know if you're struggling.
Is it the one that's spelled with the... no, Zilia. Cilia, whichever, is the X one. Zestria, no. Did Zestria also get a re-release on the Switch? I wish I was using the things instead of this. I need to go grab the other light like that is right over there. I don't feel I'm lit enough, but I want to keep the background dark, but I need to go grab the other spot. Second. I had a keyboard before that had extra... oh, it's one
Okay,
dusty.
people, this is it. Ulzebek.
No sign of any Renan guardsmen.
The Renans aren't as populous as the Danans. Probably figure stationing guards in a place like this would be a waste of precious manpower.
So this is where the next safe house is?
Yes. The last place they'd think to look for enemies is on their own doorstep.
That is, assuming anyone actually made it here before us.
Zephyr!
Looks like we needn't have worried. Come on.
The camera angle's not accounting for the cosmetics. I do remember that being kind of funny. In fact, there's a clip that I think you might remember from elsewhere from a couple years ago, Neos, that was funny.
What's this doing here?
You play both characters. You can swap during combat. You can choose who you play as in the overworld. All of that. And thankfully, this is not a game that forces those to be the same thing. So when we go into combat, so playing this, I'm going to be Shionne. Going into combat, I'm going to be Alphen. That will change twice before I settle on the person I'm going to remain as full-time. But the reason why I'm not doing Shionne is because
Are you
She
just going to
is-
keep standing around or what?
Sorry, I'm just getting prepped over here.
She's incredibly fun to play, but she's also an incredibly good healer, and I don't heal as good as she does, letting her do the thing. So, thank you, Sully. I missed that when I was chatting.
Woo-hoo.
Zephyr, you made it! See? I told you there's no way Zephyr would have kicked the bucket.
Fine, you were right. So, what's the plan?
Well, we've got an ace up our sleeve and the enemy's in disarray. I say we strike while the iron's hot.
So we're finally going head-to-head with Balsef.
That's right. We can't afford to mess this up. It's now or never.
Then now it is! We've all been waiting for this day for far too long!
Leave the plan to me. In the meantime... Yeah, you two need to do something about your outfits.
I already did. You leave my outfits alone.
I have just the thing for your size. Stay right there, okay? Ta-da! I told you, it fits like a dream. I'm afraid
Putting
we
it
don't
back.
have any Renan clothing. I could find you some Danon outfits. But something tells me you'd rather pass.
Is this really that important?
In case you need reminding, I'm here because our interests overlapped. Nothing more. At no point did I say I've given up being a Renan. Now, let's play nice. How about you ask Nath and see what he says? He's our one-stop shop for info around here. With any luck, he might just know something.
Well, it's not really Space Barbie anymore, though, is it? Now it's, I mean, this is the fantasy world. I don't know what we call this. Let me make sure real quick. It did change it. Oh, Neos. Let's take a look. So, Reconciler. Worn by a Danon hero who fought injustice to save countless lives. Okay, so it's Danon. So, it's from this game. And the stuff that you could do here was so... little things on the head. Fucking tail. Hair clip. Hockey. Flower clip. They had some fun stuff here. And then the weapon skins. There was a lot of fun stuff. And there will be more. That's just the DLC stuff that I picked up. There's going to be more that you get throughout the game. Pimple? It says Danon. I don't know if it's something that came up during the game.
Try to be careful not to stand out too much. You're the only Renan around here, you know.
I know. I was just thinking about how communal it feels here, even though it's only supposed to be slave quarters.
Huh? Oh, yeah. When you put it like that, I guess it is different from heavily patrolled Mosgul. Were you expecting something more depressing?
It's likely a sign that Balsef doesn't think you guys can do anything to him.
What?
I mean, if Balsef thought the Crimson Crows actually posed a threat to him, you'd figure he'd be trying harder to suppress them.
You... No. You're probably right about that. All of the other Danons that aren't with the Crimson Crows accept the Renan's rule as simply a fact of life. From the day we're born, no, probably even before that, it's been drilled into us that the only purpose our lives have is to help select the next sovereign.
If they don't like the status quo, then they should fight it. Otherwise, they're endorsing it either way.
I see it differently, but that's just me. Speaking of Renans, do all of them think about things the way you do?
I won't deny that among my fellow Renans, power and status are everything. However, that isn't what this is about for me. I have something I need to do, and I'll do whatever it takes and use whoever and whatever I need in order to get the job done. To hell with power.
So I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna grab that other light real quick, now that I know that I have an easy place to plug it in. But I might have to do something extra with the keyboard plug in the back. Right back. Solly, here is your away screen. I don't have it. I didn't set it up here. I'm sorry. I don't have an away screen. This is a different setup than the Star Wars thing, so... Real quick, real quick.
Are you just going to keep standing around or what?
Sorry, I'm just getting prepped over here.
I always wondered why keyboard had this Y USB connector thing. Now I know it's actually separate plugins for these, for anything that you plug into the keyboard as a USB. That's actually very nice and very clean. I have more work, so I need an away screen. I don't have throne alerts set up. I don't have Twitch alerts set up if I was even using them. Is that a fucking... Have you guys been listening to that hootle? Different species or special classes? I'm not sure what you're asking unless I missed a chat, but no. Oh. Just a little bit more light on me, not on the background. Okay. Well, let's go find it. A Renan and a Danon are the two races. So Shionne is a Renan, and the Danon are everyone else that's here. And this is a hootle.
That's an unusual bird.
It's an owl. They're often used as a symbol to represent ancient Dana.
Yeah, sort of. But it's a lot less... I mean, it's not quite like Earth. There's also just, like, basic ability. What they talked about before, where the Danons have this astral energy that's just a part of their, like, being them. The Renans don't have it. but the Renans have other abilities. So it is a sort of a race thing, but it's not the same as like an Earth race thing. No, not really.
Nath, we need your help.
That is the
damn.
dynamic,
Never the manpower when you...
but not innately.
Help, huh? What kind? Is it urgent?
Well, no, not exactly.
Well, in that case, would you mind helping me out with something first? The work's really piled up around here.
What is it you'd like us to do?
Anything you can manage. No one cares about us slaves. That's why it's all the more important that we stick together and take care of each other. Check in with that guy over there for details on what needs doing. And thanks in advance.
I wonder if something happened. Hey. Yes!
Bright eyes. So she can use magic. That's just part of the difference. Hers could be better. Hers is amazing. It's from another Tales game. It's basically like a cosplay transfer. Not the crown. The crown is a separate accessory that I put on her. She's on our side. Zephyr can vouch for her. If Zephyr's good with her, then I guess we don't have a problem. What the hell? Name's Dyron. I am the one who runs this lodge. We already have our own beds. We don't sleep in stall. I'm just gonna... This is the quest giver. We're just gonna quickly get through this.
I guess. Got it.
Let me show you the outfit that
I had no idea the
had
Crimson
her
Crows
in.
were so active.
You sound pretty thrilled by that.
Thrilled? Maybe. But I'll settle for hopeful. We know now that not everyone is rolling over for the Renans.
Oh, this is the sword art. This one. This one is badass. And on the PC, because I have the PC version of this game, I installed a mod where it took the butt skirt part thing, the butt cape. It took that away, so it was just her wearing the rest of it. And it's just, it looks so good. Alright, Neos. The one that's in the background is her regular... this. Except not that color. I might not have it yet. Like, this is a dark version. So, until I get far enough into the game, I won't have that other thing that she's wearing in the images.
I
That's a
won't
hoodle.
forgive you!
You're mine! It's over! Try harder!
Take it!
Take this! Ah! Mirage!
It's over!
You're mine! Here I come! Ah! Mirage!
snipers!
I'm only getting started!
Great! Woohoo! Woohoo!
What weapons do they use? These two?
I'm
She
surprised
uses the
there are
gun.
owls here, too.
Yeah, there are more of them around than I thought.
Big rifle. I'm gonna go on the right. I thought there was a hotkey. She uses the rifle, he uses the sword. Well, if that's how you want to put it, then sure.
What?
More guardian, though.
They're all dead?
And she's more sniper.
How did this happen?
Soldiers, that's how.
Are you Iron Mask?
Yeah, I am. Dairon sent me to help. Hang in there!
I'm so glad you made it. In the bushes over there. You'll...
Hang on! Shionne, do something!
It's no use. He's already dead.
Damn them! They've killed so many of us, and it's still not enough! They won't be satisfied until they've wiped us all out like pests!
He mentioned something about those bushes. We should check them.
Is
Very
this
unlike Star Wars, yeah.
cooking pot? But what is it doing here?
If I had to guess, he put it there to make sure a Renan wouldn't steal it.
So even though he knew he was dying, he chose to use the last of his strength to hide it, believing somebody would come for it. I guess you think it's stupid getting killed over a silly trinket, huh?
No. Clearly he risked his life for something he believed in. I would never mock someone for that. However, it will be up to us to figure out the purpose behind his dying act.
We'll make sure it wasn't in vain. If nothing else, this proves that the Renans can be outsmarted. We'll carry out your will, and see it through to the end.
Then we'd better get going. We don't know when those soldiers might be back to make another sweep of the area.
So this is what it means to fight the Renans.
Sounds like you're kind of scared to me.
Of course I am. But if I'm gonna die one way or another, I'd rather go down fighting.
I hate camping out.
I don't remember the voice. How do I not have this achievement? Did I play this on another account? I am very curious. I want to check that out later. I'm not going to do it right now. After a perfect invader guard, press for a trigger to trigger an immediate counterattack. I remember Cyan Instant. I remember her yelling it a lot. I remember these things, and they had the different requirements to get them, and some of them were so difficult. As you fulfill certain requirements for each of your characters, you learn titles for them, which unlock arts and skills that they can learn, making fights easier. You can view the title unlock requirements from the skill panel. You spend skill points to learn certain arts and skills from unlocked titles, all of which gain powerful effects, making it worth your while to spend SP early and often. The skill panel can be accessed directly by pressing right. If there's a skill you want to learn but don't have enough SP for it yet, highlight it in the skill panel and press X. Doing so will turn on an alert that will notify you once you have enough SP to finally unlock it. I remember liking that. I remember that being a thing. So this stuff has to do with when you are at a campfire, you can cook meals and go into combat full. Completed bonus, you see that toward the bottom. When you do all 5, you'll get that as well. I wasn't done. I'm gonna go look at Alphen's. Never mind.
I wonder if something happened.
You're back, huh? Sounds like it was a real ordeal out there. Much as I hate to admit it, there aren't many of us who can take on those Renan armored soldiers. All we can do is make sure we remember those who sacrificed their lives for the cause.
Yeah, they won't be forgotten.
Glad to hear it. Now, what was that favor you wanted to ask me?
Oh, right. Well, you see...
So then, you're wondering if I know of any places where you can find Renan equipment, huh? Anywhere with those damn bright eyes is gonna have tight security, of course. You can't just go carelessly poking around. Unless... Across the wilderness outside Ulzebek, you'll find the Fagin ruins. There's some kind of old Renan castle out there. What with it being impenetrable, I forgot. But with a Renan tagging along, who knows? Maybe you can find some way in. You ask me, though, it's a lot of trouble for some Renan rags. If I were you, I'd get comfortable with Danon guards.
Those look like the ruins. Let's move.
Are we really going in there?
Yes. Now let's move.
I'm skeptical.
Ah. Like this.
Right. All right. Got it.
I like how this is kind of telling people who might be new to RPGs that this is how a game works, or at least that in this game there are enemies, you know, not everything is power level or level scale.
Am I really doing this for some lousy clo- There are Zeugles here, too?
Hey!
Haven't freed them yet? No, I'm sorry, man. I don't have all the party members. Levels? Or levels? Depending on what you mean, I guess.
Right.
So this is team, you know, how they interact with the team as a team in combat.
Just a minute.
Boost gauge is full, press the corresponding direction to execute. These moves can be followed up with one or more attacks afterward and also restore AG when used. So the boost gauge effects builds up automatically over time. You can build the pass by landing attacks and counterattacks. Iron Blade initiates brute force with swing attack that can down almost any enemy. Use it to get allies out of trouble and create openings for additional attacks.
With that blade and your strength, the average Zeugle shouldn't be a problem, right?
I'll give it a shot.
Take it!
Rising
And
weapons
again.
on!
Mega
It's
Ray!
over! You picked the wrong fight!
Huh. They've got me in their sights.
Shionne fires numerous beams of light from the muzzle of Shionne's rifle, effective on aerial enemies and temporarily restricts their flying abilities and bounds.
You're
Flyers!
This one's mine. I'll shoot them down. There, let the
You're
marksman
mine!
handle this.
It's over!
This one's mine.
Oh,
Take
it's
it.
so
You're
awesome.
mine.
I remember.
You're finished!
This one's mine. I never miss.
You always use that to
You're
bring him
mine.
down. Oh. This game is so good, Sully. It's so good. It's so much better. You play Star Wars and you play this, and you're like, this is what good feels like.
It's on!
Cyan instant.
Pierce through! Sonic thrust! Rising Wyvern! Mirage! Here I come! It's over!
Cyan
Here
instant.
I come! Ah!
I never miss.
Take this! You're finished!
The freezing
Take
storm.
this! It's over! Rising
bring it
Wyvern! Pierce through!
Here I
Sonic
go.
thrust!
You're
Here I
mine.
come! You're finished!
Hear me, flame of fury. Burning strike.
Stardust!
It's not that Star Wars isn't good. It's that this is better. In combat. And story. And graphics. And sound. And
That took more energy than I expected.
waifu. She's one of them, by the way. This is where this emote comes from. Before I started streaming again last year. This from last year, that's what that is.
Ugh, you can hardly see anything from here.
Why don't we climb up higher and see if we can get a better view?
I love that I can speed climb. It's just a quality of life thing that I appreciate.
What could this be?
So these are the Fagin ruins? How'd you figure a place like this turns derelict?
Your guess is as good as mine. I didn't even know this place existed until we heard about it. All that matters to me is whether I can find anything to wear in there.
Why does she care so much about her appearance? Hey, Shionne, where does your gun come from?
What do you mean, where does it come from?
When you're fighting, it looks like it just appears out of nowhere.
Oh, that's transferal technology. When I don't need my weapon, I submerge it in empty space. And when I do, I summon it. Make sense?
Not really, but it sounds pretty amazing.
Huh?
Well, that way you don't have to carry around any heavy weapons or worry about enemies trying to steal them, right? It's a pretty cool invention.
You realize you're praising the technology of your enemies, right?
So, technology is technology. It's not good or bad in and of itself.
I guess that's true.
Videos with that Instagram game.
What a lovely view.
Yeah, we just left town.
I won't forgive you!
Here I come! Come and face me! Rising Wyvern!
Did you just hear me?
Yes, I need you, remember?
Right.
You're mine! Here I come! We've got flyers!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours!
Where you going?
Here I
Who wants to die
Oh, I
next?
remember that so fondly.
Sonic thrust!
Ugh.
Swallow blade! Strike!
Cyan instant! Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shionne.
Firing looks like those head massage. I know what you mean. I mean, I really do. I'm interested. I don't know if you guys are, but I'm kind of interested in getting in trying to figure out if I can get it set up to where I'm playing this on that TV. That's good TV.
I wonder if those are the Fagin ruins below us. Shouldn't be too much farther now, if that's the...
I guess it's been a while since I had a bite to eat. Don't worry about me. I'm used to working while I'm hungry. It's no big deal.
It is a big deal. You should eat whenever you can. The last thing I need is you keeling over in the middle of a fight just because you didn't eat.
Never thought I'd get lectured on eating by a Renin, of all people.
Yeah, well, some of us Renins know what it's like to go without food, believe it or not.
What do you mean? I thought
This isn't about me. Now, are you going to eat or not?
I would, if we had anything to eat, but we don't.
Actually, I have a little bit of food on me.
You've been carrying that stuff around this whole time? Not sure it's gonna be enough for the both of us, though.
That's why we're going to cook it instead.
Cook? I've never done anything like that before.
Me neither, to be honest. But we've got to make something out of all this, so might as well try.
Actually, the head massager was for the bees.
What are you staring at me for?
Flyers.
Your clothes are all about function over form. You should think about sprucing them up a little.
Why? What purpose would it serve?
I guess you're right. I just think you'd look good with a little blue thrown in somewhere.
All right, I'll think about it.
No cutscene? I wonder if I probably did think about it before Sully, and I just years ago. Why is that accessible here? At camps and inns, you can cook meals conferring temporary effects when eaten. New dishes can be made by finding recipes, while ingredients can be found at collection points and general stores. Eating a new meal overrides any previous effect. Depending on who in the party cooks the meal, the extent of their effects and the duration will vary. As such, it's wise to rotate who's on cooking duty based on your current goals and the party's overall status. Defense up T. She has the effect plus 90% to cooking effect and duration. Consumes double ingredients. Attack up L. Heal HP after battle L. Oh, I don't have... Needs 3 and I have 17. Why can I not cook these? Seems that I have what I need. Cooking isn't biased. It's a pretty interesting system, actually. Did I miss a message? The VPN is making me miss messages. Neos, you gotta go to bed? The chat didn't show a message. Maybe I need to just start using my phone. Okay. Now I see the message. Sorry I missed it. But yeah. Alright, thank you, man. I should probably get going too. I gotta wash the car and get up early. Tomorrow's not a good day. Tonight was not a good night. So, I mean, it wasn't otherwise. Yeah, I won't play much more. We'll still be looking for her clothes next week. So, but thanks for coming in, and thanks for hanging out, and thanks for hanging out during Star Wars earlier, too.
All done. Come and eat. You really do eat through that mask of yours, huh? I'm impressed you can manage so well.
Huh? Oh, it's nothing. You get used to it after a while. Still, I'm glad we decided to stop and fill our stomachs. I've got a newfound respect for cooking now. But I guess that's easy when you're used to eating everything raw. It would have been perfect if it had any flavor.
Sorry it didn't live up to your palate.
Oh, no, that wasn't a knock on you. I was just... Sorry. That's not how I should thank you for cooking for me.
You've got me curious now. Is it just pain you can't sense, or are your taste buds shot too?
Oh, sure, my taste buds work fine. Although, apparently what I like tends to be a little out there.
How so? What's so unusual about what you eat?
Well, one time I couldn't get enough of these things I picked off a plant, but everyone else said they were way too spicy. Doc thinks maybe I crave spicy food to compensate for the lack of pain I feel.
Maybe it's best I take charge of the cooking. You know, just to be on the safe side. I can't guarantee it'll be to your tastes, though.
I said I'm sorry. Look, I'll learn to tone down my tastes in the future, so let's just put that slip of the tongue behind us already.
After perfect evaded guard, press right. Yeah, same thing. Good.
I think we've rested long enough. Let's keep moving.
And I saved. Oh, don't load. Okay, we'll go ahead and stop there. Because of the event tomorrow, I should be doing what I can to sleep, so. Yeah. We'll be back tomorrow. We got whiskey ops tomorrow. And can't wait. So, yeah. I'll see you guys very soon. Sorry for the short stream. Well, have a good night.